Hello, hello. Yes. I have the love blanket on because I don't want to get dressed. I feel looser this way, you know. I can think better. Sir David the Bard. I'm coming to you from Santa Paula, California. I screwed up on my Thanksgiving thank you tape, and my followers, they always let me know when I screw up, which is wonderful. I have, oh gosh, here comes my wife. The door's locked. Anyway, I credited the original Wiener with naming me the Bard, and my Santa Paula friend notified me that I was screwed up, that she, or he, I don't know, a lot of times, gender does matter to me. I was going to say, gender doesn't matter, but it does matter a little bit to me. Anyway, I do apologize that they named me the Bard, and Santa Paula certainly is my old stomping grounds. I have one question: is there a white person still alive in Santa Paula? It was a little Mexican when I was there. Anyway, I know a little bit about Santa Paula. Your bishop's wife, Terry, years ago, I don't know, he's not bishop now, but years ago, Terry and I dated in Ojai. And Terry, tell the bishop, Terry was the girl I was with, and we were making out and kicked the car out of gear and went down the hill and hit her father's decorative rock in the driveway. So anyway, hi Terry, the Bard's still alive, and your memory will never die. Okay, anyway, let's get on to the subject here. I have a link down below, and I want you to know that this just came out. It is a announcement from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints that the I can't think, Larry Moe and Curly Joe, the first presidency, sorry, Twiddly Dee and Twiddly Dum. Anyway, they're going to email the members of the church now and ask for money. Now, when I go on the internet, I'm not a real smart guy. I mean, you know, but when they ask for my internet or my social security number or something that, you know, why do I have to, you know, I'm trying to order toilet paper and they want my social security number? I don't give anyone out my email numbers. I've given them out to you guys because I trust you. There's a couple of you shouldn't have it, but anyway, the Mormon Church now is going to be sending emails out to members, and I think they've got a 10,000 member trial that they're sending into the United States. Well, here's my problem. Okay, I have emails that come to me more and more now. I don't know why, that I would classify as junk mail. Junk mail. Now, if I'm a good, faithful Mormon and I'm stupid enough to give my email to Monson, and Monson gets in there like, I need another $8,000 from your family this year, what are you going to do? Go, hell no, you won't be in the membership ranks anymore. You won't be there. Now, here, I don't even have to tell you this. If they email you that they want $8,000 more this year, and you write back, cannot do it, not interested, ha! You're dog shit. You're a piece of dog shit with little feet on it going to sacrament. You can't refuse. In the Mormon Church, you're not allowed to refuse the first presidency or the... Honey, get me an ice water, will you?
Mom's home.
Okay. This is my daughter. Obama.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, she says to everybody. So I'm saying to you, this is a one-way email. I've gotten emails from immigration, and by the way, Mercy's parents are still on the way. They should be here in a month or two. Somebody was asking you. But I've gotten government emails, and it says, do not respond to this email because we don't care what you have to say. This is the law. Don't respond. And I go, okay. And I've tried to respond a couple times, and a hand comes out of the computer. It just slaps me silly. I go, God, I'm not responding to that anymore. So can you imagine the Mormon Church having a real open email to its members? No way. No way, you're not going to be able to respond to these emails. I'm pregnant, I got 273 children, I'm unemployed, I'm in a wheelchair, I can't afford 8,000. And Monson, all right, then 800. The last thing I want in my life is the Mormon Church on any of my emails. Now, years ago, now I'm just speaking from experience, AOL was a virus. It was a virus. You could not get that out of your computer. It was everywhere. And let me tell you, if you don't think the Mormon Church is going to... We need $8,000 and we put 9,700 viruses in here. If you ever go on a porn site, it will be registered to us. If you ever go on any dating site, it'll be registered to us and we'll know. We'll know. They love... Cults love your private information, and they will intimidate you on it. They will intimidate you, and they will harass you. So it's funny as hell. I don't know how you withdraw your email. I think what most of the Mormons are going to do is they're going to have to change their email accounts that the church doesn't know, and because if they block the church or they report the church as junk, you can't do that. This church cult organization is going to be infesting not only your mind but your house, your finances, your spirituality, your sexuality, your relationships. These people stop at nothing. And the members of the church who gave their emails out to the cult had no idea that Monson would be calling them. And you're laying there in bed and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Thank you, honey. And you finally get your wife's garments off her with a crowbar, and finally you're going to get lucky, and you've got mail from the prophet. Oh, shit. I can't take it. I can't take it, And if you write back to the prophet and say, could you wait just a few minutes? He's going to, what are you doing? Nothing. You cannot reply to this. Yes, I can. I own your damn computer. And they do. You let that Mormon church into your computer, you're going to have an AOL type virus that will never, never go away. So anyway, I just thought I would warn you that if you have the need to change your email, do it now. Because if you block them, if you report them as junk, if you report them as a cult, if you don't answer, we've sent you 900 emails, you have not answered, this is your last time, or we will slit your throat or cut your stomach. I don't know where they're going to go with it, but I'll tell you this. They're going to own your ass. They already do, but they're losing your ass and your children's asses. And they don't have the money, they don't have the time. They say they don't want to go to a middleman. Well, you think the Mormon Church wants to send out private information to members of the church? How long is that going to stay private? They're in a bubble. They really believe this is President Monson, and we have a new token in the Melchizedek priesthood, and the sign of the token is up your ass. Don't tell anybody. How long is that going to stay out of the public domain? When is the Mormon Church cult going to learn to get out of the 1800 bubble and realize everywhere we're recorded? Now, I'm 70 years old there, and everywhere I go, there's a camera, there's a microphone, there's people that can, pull your sound, like in the football game where the guy has the round thing and he's aiming it for the swear words. So anyway, you're not going to get away with lying, cheating, and stealing much more in this country. They have many, many websites now that have consumer reports. If you rip consumers off, or you cheat them out of salary or income or retirement, or you have a Ponzi scheme going, anyone can look into the computer and find anything they want. The authorities of the Mormon Church are living 200 years ago. If they think they're going to be able to send in private emails to millions, they say millions, of people, they're starting with 10,000, I think they're going to get a very, very negative response. Now, I'm more accurate than Joseph Smith on Revelation. I told you that that Mormon, or Meet the Mormon movie would be the piece of shit of the century. It is. Go look up the reviews. No one went to the movie except the Mormons. The Mormons bought out the theaters. Nobody was sitting in the seats. It was just the Mormon money sitting in the seats. I told you by Revelation, Mitt Romney is not going to be the President of the United States. No one is going to accept that religion. And a man that believes in garments, underpants that have, skid marks on them a half a mile long and they're magic. So the Mormon Church comes out with a essay and says they're not magic anymore. They used to be magic, but no more. So here they are coming into your computer. I can't keep out sales things out of my computer. I keep putting block the sender, block the sender. I don't even think that works. Report as junk. I should have a little bit of report as cult junk. Now here's the other thing. It just makes my mind go crazy. When the Mormons do things, the bipolar comes out of me. What if, like in our house, my wife's computer, they send out, we need $8,000. Are you wearing your garments? Put your camera on and let me see. She'll go to work. I'll sneak over to her computer. Monson, you're an asshole. Take the flaming sword and pack her on the head with it. And then Mercy comes home from work, looking in her computer. Sister Bard, you are now excommunicated. See, you can resign from the Mormon Church now by email. They'll let you resign by email now. And so I don't know if they can excommunicate you by, this is your warning. If you ever say another thing against us in the Mormon Church, your ass is gone. They're in your house. They're in your wife's underwear. They're in your brain. They're in your house now. I cannot believe that this is going to work at all. The members of the church, they're pretty dumb. There's a lot of sheep as the members of the church. But you push a man and a woman just so far, and then suddenly they'll stand up and go, what the fuck? That ain't going to fly. And the Mormon Church doesn't know when to quit. They don't know when to become less, flying below the radar. They don't know when they've been kicked in the nuts. You shut your mouth and you just kind of lay low. These people letting the CPAs and these stupid ass attorneys that graduated from BYU, who were educated by my friend Woody Dean, who was the first law professor of the BYU Law School, used to be my stake president. It is not going to work, folks. And I'm warning the Mormon Church right now. I'm not a Mormon anymore. If you send an email to me, I'd call the FBI. I'd call the damn FBI and say it's harassment. It's harassment. It's coming from an organization that I used to belong to, and, they don't home teach anymore. Hello, this is your home teacher. The church gave us your address. We know where you are. You're living in the Philippines hiding from us. You have not paid tithing for 23 years. Your total in arrears is $97,000. What are they going to do with an email to your account? They're going to intimidate you. They're going to make you afraid. They're going to make you feel guilty. I had a nice Mormon man the other day. He and I were in a conversation, and he wanted to do something. He's a very talented man. And I told him, I said, you know what? You do anything that has my name on it, you're going to be excommunicated. Oh, no, they wouldn't. I said, you don't know your cult. You don't know your cult. The committee to strengthen the members are all over this show all the time. They probably have a crawler. He has a crawler in here, and if I use people's names, I have one guy that writes off, and he's just a new guy. He writes off, and I went to his website. It has nothing but anti-Mormon stuff on it, but he is a Mormon. So when they check and trace that ISP or IPP or PPME or whatever, they're going to go to his house. So anyway, the Mormon Church and the FBI and the CIA all sleep together. Massage tois, is that what it's called? Massage my tois. I don't know. I used to take French, and comme allez-vous aujourd'hui? Long time ago. But anyway, be careful. Protect your identity. And boy, you're going to get Mormon advertisement. You're going to get a Deseret News advertisement and bookstore. And I'm telling you, the Mormons are going to try to make more money. They're hurting for the money. This year, their Santa Claus down there at City Creek has no beard. He couldn't afford one. City Creek Mall, the multi-billion-dollar train wreck of the Mormon Church. Well, anyway, Santa's there. He has no beard, and the elves have no hats. They couldn't afford him. They couldn't afford him this year. So anyway, be careful of your email. Here it comes if you're a Mormon. Here it comes if you're a Mormon. Flaming sword. Anyway, don't cut my neck. Don't cut my stomach. Health in the navel, marrow in the bones, strength and learning to send you. Power and priesthood be upon me and upon my posterity through all generations of time and throughout all eternity. And pay me, lay me, and ail me. And pay me, and lay me, and ail me. Now I'm going to tell you something. I don't endorse anything on my show. And I don't because most human beings are very dishonest. And they'll lie. And they'll cheat. And they'll steal. I don't want to have much to do with human beings. Now speaking of Mark. Mark. I'm bipolar, Mark. The man in charge of the Bard store. Mark said something the other day, and I'm not going to have him stick with it. I like to have people think about what they're saying, and as bipolar people, sometimes we say things that we regret. But I will do this. I don't endorse the Bard store. I certainly think it's clever. I think it's cool, and if Mark can make a little money off of it, great. He's a good person. When it comes to money, I've learned. Now I have nothing to do with it. I get no overrides. I get no commissions. I get nothing except sometimes I'll get an email report, not on money yet, on what Mark is doing, what he's not doing. Now here's what I'll do. Mark is donating 10% of the Bard store net profits to, I think it's UNICEF. It's going into the Philippines and for hungry children. Now, I admire that. I tried to do hungry children for many years on my show until the Mormons shut it down. But anyway, I will do this. Mark has now made the statement that he will donate 50% of all of the net profits to the kids in the Philippines for hunger. Now, here's what I say. People say one thing, and my experience, not with Mark, but my experience with most people is they're lying. I will do this. I will sell the Bard store very hard if Mark proves by emails the receipts going to UNICEF, the money that is has come in, and indeed has he donated 50%. Now Mark has to make something. I mean, the guy can't do this without making some money, so I don't care if he reports his money. But if Mark proves that he sent this money to the kids in the Philippines, I'll push this really hard. I'll push it hard because that was one of my goals when I started and the Mormon church stopped. Now I'm insulated. I have nothing to do with the Bard store, and if Mark makes contributions to the Filipino kids and when the Mormon church won't, and he shows it to me and I put it up on your screen. Now Allison there in Tennessee, the sweetest girl in the world, told me that the Bard store was a little expensive. And I looked at stuff and I thought, well, a little bit expensive, but ain't the Bard worth it? No, I didn't think that. But if 50% of the income from that store is going, and you buy something for, $10, say you buy something for $20, and 8, 9, whatever dollars goes to the Philippines for hungry kids, then I would be proud to wear a Bard hat or a Bard button or Bard underwear. So anyway, Mark, if you're good to your word, show me, I'm from Missouri, the show me state, that if you actually put 50% of the net proceeds of that store into UNICEF in the name of Filipino children in hunger, I will advertise for you here, and I might even put a sign up here in the back so people know how to do it. But I don't want to get involved with money. Every time I do, it becomes evil. You know, the Mormon church comes out, Satan comes out, and they run equally fast. So anyway, this bard is now gone.